Hey everyone, and welcome back. You know we love a good side hustle, and today we're diving deep into one of the most sought-after freelance platforms out there.
Ooh, yeah. You're talking about Toptal, right?
You got it. No, it's
Right.
known for being super exclusive.
Yeah.
Like,
Only the top 3% of freelancers make it through their screening process.
exactly. And that's exactly why we're breaking down their guide, 1,000 Ways to Hustle Toptal, to see what they're really looking for.
It's kind of like that secret playbook
Right.
to help you unlock those high-paying freelance gigs.
Okay, so let's jump right in. This guide really surprised me with how much emphasis they put on preparation even before you hit that apply button.
Oh, absolutely. It's like
Yeah.
Toptal's selectivity is their brand. You know,
Yeah.
they're all about attracting the best of the best. So you really got to go above and beyond even to get your foot in the door.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not just about meeting the minimum requirements, but about showcasing a deep understanding of your craft.
Absolutely.
And you know what? They actually use a really great example in the guide.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
They compare two developers. One's been maintaining legacy code for, let's say, 5 years, while the other spent 2 years building cutting-edge applications. Toptal would be way more interested in that second developer, even with less overall experience.
Yeah, it's all about the quality over quantity thing.
Right.
2 years of intense, high-impact work can speak volumes compared to 5 years of just kind of coasting.
I see what you mean. And this whole quality over quantity thing also applies to your portfolio, right?
Totally. They actually recommend showcasing a variety of projects within your specialization.
So, like, instead of just showing a bunch of similar projects.
Yeah, exactly. Like, let's say you're a front-end developer. Instead of 5 web apps that all look the same, you could highlight a single-page application, maybe a complex e-commerce site, and even like an interactive dashboard.
Oh, that's a great point.
Yeah,
It shows you're versatile and can handle different types of challenges.
exactly. It's about proving you've got the skills to tackle a range of problems.
It's like an artist showcasing their range, you know. Portraits, landscapes, still lifes. You got to prove you're not a one-trick pony.
Right. It's about depth and breadth.
But how do you even know which skills to focus on in the first place?
That's a good question.
I mean, tech is always changing, so it can feel like you're aiming at a moving target.
That's so true, and that's where market research comes in. Actually, 1,000 Ways to Hustle suggests checking Toptal job postings regularly.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
To see
what skills and tech stacks are in high demand right now.
makes sense?
Like, it's not enough to just be a React developer these days.
Right.
You really need to niche down, become an expert in a specific area.
Okay. I get that being specific.
Like the guide actually gives this example. Instead of React developers, think React developers specializing in high-performance dashboards for financial applications.
Wow. Yeah, that's much more compelling.
Right.
But wouldn't that limit your options?
It might seem that way at first,
Yeah.
but you're not really limiting yourself. You're actually positioning yourself as a go-to expert in a specific field.
So you're standing out from the crowd.
Exactly. And Toptal clients, they're often looking for specialists who can solve very specific problems.
I see. So it's about being the best at what you do, even if what you do is a little niche.
Absolutely.
And the guide even has some interesting advice on how to showcase that expertise in your application.
Oh, yeah. Should definitely get into that.
Yeah, let's dive into the application process itself after a quick break.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, we'll be right back.
Awesome.
To unpack the nitty-gritty of how Toptal evaluates talent.
Yes, let's do it.
We'll see in a few.
Be right back.
All right, so we've put in the work, honed our skills, curated a killer portfolio, and even found our niche. Now comes the part that makes most freelancers sweat.
Oh, yeah.
The actual application process.
I know, right?
And Toptal's screening process, it's notoriously tough.
Well, yeah, they got to protect that top 3% status somehow, right?
That's true. But the good news is 1,000 Ways to Hustle actually gives us a glimpse into what's happening behind the scenes.
Ooh, tell me more.
So they break down each stage, and it all starts with the application review.
Okay. So even before you talk to a human,
Exactly.
your application's got to impress the algorithms.
Got it. And this is where all that keyword optimization we talked about comes in.
Makes sense. You got to speak their language literally.
Right. Using the same language that Toptal uses in their job descriptions, it's like signaling to their system, hey, I'm exactly what you're looking for.
It's like SEO for your freelance profile.
Kind of. And the guide also emphasizes the importance of quantifying your achievements.
Oh, yeah. Show, don't tell.
Exactly. So instead of just saying, improved website performance.
Right.
You'd say reduced page load time by 30%, resulting in a 15% increase in conversions.
Ooh, I like that.
Numbers speak volumes.
They do.
And they show concrete results.
Much more impactful, for sure.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's say our application makes it past the bots.
Right.
What happens next?
Well, then it's on to the language and personality screening.
Ah, yes. The dreaded personality test.
Well, not exactly a test, but this is where Toptal wants to make sure you can communicate clearly with clients from all over the world.
That makes sense. You could be the most brilliant coder in the world, but if you can't explain your work or collaborate effectively...
Yeah, you're not going to get very far.
Right. It's all about communication and teamwork these days. And actually, the guide has some pretty interesting tips for this stage.
What kind of tips?
Well, they recommend practicing how to explain complex topics simply.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like you're talking to someone who's not a tech expert. You know?
Yeah, keep it simple.
Right. And they also suggest using the STAR method to answer behavioral questions.
STAR method. Remind me what that is again.
Sure. It stands for Situation, Task, Action, Result.
Right.
It helps you structure your answers and tell a compelling story about your experience.
Oh, I love the STAR method. It's so helpful for interviews.
It really is. Okay, so we've nailed the application, the personality screening. What's next? The part that makes everyone nervous, I think.
You're talking about the technical screening, right?
Yeah, the moment of truth.
This is where Toptal really separates the pros from the amateurs.
For developers, this often means coding challenges that test your knowledge of algorithms and data structures.
The fundamentals.
Exactly. And, the guide actually recommends practicing on platforms like LeetCode.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, a lot of developers use it to prepare for technical interviews.
So it's not just about knowing a programming language, it's about problem solving and understanding core concepts.
Exactly. And the guide also stresses the importance of thinking out loud during live coding interviews.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah, Toptal wants to see your thought process, how you approach a problem, not just the final answer.
Like showing your work in math class.
Precisely. Now, for designers, the technical screening might involve design exercises.
Okay, so they're testing your design skills.
Yeah, they'll assess your ability to understand your design process and how you justify your design choices.
So again, it's about showcasing a deeper level of understanding.
Exactly. Whether you're a developer, a designer, or even a project manager, this stage is all about proving you're not just following trends, but you're a thought leader who brings real value.
Okay, let's say we've aced the technical screening. What's the final boss battle?
Often there's a test project.
Oh, wow. A test project.
This is your chance to really shine, to put your skills to the test in a real-world scenario.
It's like a mini client project, but with Toptal watching your every move.
Exactly. And the guide stresses the importance of treating this test project as if it were a paid gig.
Okay, so high stakes.
You got to follow instructions carefully, maintain high code quality, write clear documentation, and communicate proactively.
Whoa, I'm getting stressed just thinking about it.
But hey, if you can handle this, you can handle anything, right?
True. So let's say we conquered the test project. What's the final hurdle?
The final interview. This is your opportunity to really solidify the impression you've made. Reiterate your value proposition and ask thoughtful questions about Toptal and their client base.
So it's not just them grilling you, it's also our chance to interview them.
Exactly. It's a two-way street. The guide suggests reviewing your application, practicing your answers to common interview questions, and preparing insightful questions for them.
Okay, so preparation is key. But this whole process, it sounds incredibly demanding.
It is. But remember, Toptal represents an opportunity to work with some of the most innovative companies in the world.
Wow.
To command top-tier rates, and to be part of a highly selective community of talent.
It's like earning a badge of honor.
Yeah. The screening process is designed to ensure that only the best of the best make it through.
So it's tough, but the rewards are worth it.
Absolutely. But the thing is, the hustle doesn't end with acceptance. It actually just begins there.
Ooh, that's a good point. Let's dive into what it actually takes to thrive as a Toptaler once you're in.
Okay, let's unpack those strategies.
We'll explore how to build a successful freelance career on the platform.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, so you've made it. You're officially a Toptaler.
Huge congrats. It's a big achievement.
What now?
It is.
Right. What does it actually take to build a successful freelance career on the platform?
Well, like we said, the hustle doesn't stop there. It actually kind of evolves into a new kind of hustle.
Okay, so what does this new level of hustle look like?
Well, first things first, you got to craft a Toptal profile that really stands out.
Okay.
1,000 ways to hustle. has a whole chapter dedicated to this.
Okay, so we're not just slapping our resume on there.
Nope. They call it your digital storefront.
I like that.
It's the first thing potential clients see.
Makes sense.
So you want to make a strong first impression.
Got it. So let's start with the basics. What about the photo?
They're pretty specific about this, actually.
Okay.
They say it should be a professional photo.
All right.
High resolution, good lighting.
Professional attire.
Yeah, professional attire.
Yeah.
And it should be recent, too.
Oh, so no digging up that old LinkedIn photo from like 5 years ago.
Exactly. Got to keep it fresh.
Okay, got it. What about the headline?
Ooh, the headline. Think of it like a billboard.
A billboard.
You want to use keywords. Be super specific about what you do and highlight your value proposition.
Okay, give me an example. Let's say I'm a Shopify expert. What would my headline be?
Perfect example.
Yeah.
So you could say something like, Shopify expert, e-commerce growth and conversion optimization, 5+ years experience.
Okay, I like that.
Clear, concise.
It tells them exactly what I do.
And it uses keywords that clients might actually be searching for.
Nice. All right, so we've got the photo, we've got the headline. Now what about the detailed overview section?
This is your chance to tell your story.
Mm.
But remember, keep it focused on client benefits.
Okay.
Don't just list your skills. Explain how those skills have helped your clients achieve their goals.
Right. So less, I'm a passionate designer, and more, I've helped clients increase their conversion rates by 20%.
Exactly. Quantify your achievements with numbers and be crystal clear about your value proposition.
Got it. So we're showing them, not just telling them.
Exactly. And of course, don't forget to showcase your best work in your portfolio.
Okay, but should I just throw everything in there?
Actually, know 1,000 Ways to Hustle
Yeah.
cautions against that.
Interesting.
They recommend curating your portfolio to highlight your most impressive projects.
Okay, so quality over quantity applies here too.
Always.
Got it.
Yeah.
So we've got a killer profile.
Yeah.
Now, how do we actually start landing projects?
It's time to put yourself out there and start applying. But here's a tip.
Okay, I'm listening.
Don't just apply for everything. Be strategic.
Okay.
Focus on projects that perfectly align with your niche.
So don't waste time on things that aren't a good fit.
Exactly. Read those job descriptions, carefully assess your fit honestly, and tailor your proposals to address the client's specific needs.
So make sure your proposals stand out.
Yes. Show them you've really thought about the project.
Mm-hmm.
Even ask thoughtful questions.
So it's about going the extra mile.
Right. It shows you're not just another freelancer spamming applications.
Got it. What else does the guide recommend?
Well, they really emphasize the importance of building relationships.
Okay, so networking.
Yeah. Network with both Toptal staff and potential clients.
All right.
Participate in Toptal's community forums, attend industry events. It all helps.
So be proactive.
Exactly. It's not just about the platform itself. It's about building your reputation within the industry.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So once we start landing those projects, it's all about delivering exceptional work, communicating effectively, and building strong client relationships.
You got it. Happy clients lead to referrals and repeat business.
Exactly. But the hustle doesn't stop there, right?
Never. 1,000 Ways to Hustle also talks about the importance of continuous learning and development.
Oh, that's so true. The tech world never stops moving.
You got to stay ahead of the curve. Take online courses, attend conferences, experiment with new technologies.
So much to learn.
Right. And don't forget to seek feedback from clients and peers to identify areas for improvement.
Sometimes that's the hardest part.
It can be, but it's so valuable. And speaking of valuable advice, the guide also offers some wisdom on burnout prevention.
Oh, yeah, that's crucial.
It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget to take care of yourself.
Especially when you're working remotely.
It's exactly. The guide recommends setting boundaries, prioritizing self-care, taking breaks, and even outsourcing tasks that drain your energy.
Okay, so finding that balance.
Exactly. It's about ambition and sustainability.
Great advice. So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into the world of Toptal,
Definitely not for the faint of heart.
but for those who are dedicated to their craft
To embrace the hustle.
and prioritize continuous growth.
Toptal can be an amazing platform to build a fulfilling and successful freelance career.
Absolutely. And the best part is 1,000 Ways to Hustle gives you the roadmap to make it happen.
It's packed with practical advice, insider tips, and inspiring stories.
So if you're ready to take your freelancing to the next level,
Definitely check it out.
you can find it on Toptal's website, along with a ton of other resources for freelancers.
And remember the key takeaway here?
Yeah.
The hustle is real.
But it's also incredibly rewarding.
So go out there, embrace the challenge, and build the freelance career of your dreams.
That's a wrap for this deep dive. See you next time for more insights and inspiration.
See you later.